So I actually used moonstone on these guys. So get a brush. I end up with disco dust all over the, petal dust all over the counter. All right. And I just dry dust these. You can actually put alcohol in it and do it wet. Looks pretty good. But I just dry dusted them. So you want to do all of them. Want it to look like metal skeleton fingers. If that makes any sense. Okay. All right, the other thing we're going to grab is our cake. Because we want this to look like metal also. You can use either the silver or the moonstone. I don't remember what I used on this. I don't think it matters. I'll use the moonstone though. I kind of like that. And you're just going to brush it. And it's supposed to look streaky. So, because it's supposed to look like old metal. An old metal piece. So the streakier the better. So I'm just taking it straight from the jar and dusting it. In fact, you can actually, to make it look even better, we can use alcohol. Yeah, to even make it look streakier. The streakier, the better. All right, so all the way around, try and get it as streaky as you can. All right, so we used silver and moonstone on that to get that streaky look, because you really want it to look old and decrepit. We need to paint this piece. Do the same thing, that silver streaky thing. What I have is the candy clay, and I'm going to make the pieces that go on here. So this is just some candy clay that I made. Just 14 ounces of summer coating or candy coating, just black, and then a scant third of a cup of corn syrup. Just melt the chocolate, add the corn syrup, mix it up, pour it out, let it sit overnight, and there you have chocolate clay or candy clay or whatever you want to call it. It's a little gooey today because I haven't kneaded it up. It's hard. It should be hard, you know, and then you knead it up and then you can use it. You can use the black fondant too. I just found this easier to mold with. And so we're going to start with the chain. We might end up using the fondant. Who knows? Depends on the weather. Well, it depends on your weather. You know, if it's really hot out, you don't want to use candy clay because it's chocolate. You know, it's like a white chocolate. And it's going to be a problem. All right. So once you get that in there, take the excess off. Pop it in the freezer for about 5 minutes, and it'll be ready to put on. And it's okay if it breaks when you pull it out of here, because it just sticks right back to itself again. It's no big deal. So, and it usually does. The chain mold's kind of tough to use. All right, let's pop that in the freezer. Okay, we'll go on to the next piece. I've got the skull here. We can do them out of, we didn't have to do them out of black, but we could. The skull face. And same thing. So we're just going to pop those in the freezer. I can do several. I think I only need like 4 of them. So we'll do a few at a time. It's going to be hard to get out, I can tell already. I think we'll need about 4 of them. Okay, and then this is the other piece we want, and that is the lace piece. So we'll pop these in. You could actually just roll it out and roll it over the top. That's a nice thing. These molds, they have like this cutting edge here, what they call a cutting edge. And it's basically so that you can just roll your pieces and it'll cut. See, cuts it off. Pop it in the freezer.